Hey guys, doing a bunch of thinking today. Started last night. I'm part of a local group, online on Telegram, and my the group, it's a great bunch of people, like-minded. Basically there to keep each other sane. Like a support system. But a couple of women joined, and they are all about, like, let's fight this, agenda and whatnot. And, it got me thinking again about all that. I've definitely had my moments where I'm like, that's it, we need to stand up and fight, let's go, people. And then I think about it, and I'm like, everything that's happening looks like scripture. The signs of the times, the signs of the end. It's all in there, and this looks just like it. And if this is truly the end that we're in, fighting is ultimately going to be fighting God. And I'm not going to fight God and waste my energy, because what's written is what's going to happen. And so it's like, I keep praying about it, asking God if there's something, if I should be standing up and doing something. Help me, I'll organize it. God knows who I am, who created me to be. He knows the fight that I had in my life for the past 11 years, fighting for my healing and my freedom from addiction. And I'm not a stranger to it. I'm not scared of it. But I'm not foolish either. I'm not going to waste my energy fighting something that's not going to change the course. And I remember doing a live on Facebook months ago. And I was doing worship at the time, and I was just totally overcome by the Spirit. And I was like, this is what needs to happen. This is our only hope. If people turn to God and they stop with their selfish ways. And that's really what it is. And I still feel that is the only hope to changing these things. And people say revival. They're right. And I'm still praying about the whole, hey, if you want me to step up, and I'll organize some stuff, and we'll go freaking hit up the governor's office or whatever we gotta do, I'm all for it. But I'm not moving until God tells me to move on that. And if he never does, then he never does, and it's not meant to be that. But I do know that turning to God is not harmful. It's not going to be a bad thing. So if that is something that will turn around this world, why are people so hesitant to do it? The stuff that God asks us to do, the way he asks us to live, is not difficult. I mean, okay, sorry. Yes, it can definitely be difficult, but with God's help, I've been able to change a lot of things in my life. It's not harmful. What he's asking us to do, let's take sex out of marriage. He says you should only be having sex with your husband or your wife, right? You're one. You become one. There's a spiritual aspect to it. There are reasons why he says that. Think about how rampant sex out of marriage has become, so much to where we have apps now where you can just swipe on somebody and meet them up to just specifically have sex. It's bad. It's really gotten bad. I did it. Once I turned 16, I had sex. It became an addiction in my life. And I had so many ties to men, strong ties that kept me in abusive relationships because I thought I loved people when I didn't really love them. I didn't even know how to love somebody at that time. But it felt like it, and my heart got broken over and over and over again because I was so completely tied to this person because we came together in that aspect and we weren't meant to. How many fatherless homes are there now? It's ridiculous. And yes, the dynamic of a mother-father family is huge. Women and men bring certain things to the family unit. I know for my daughter, I wasn't a discipliner. I did not discipline. And when I tried, it was rough. She missed out on the discipline part of life. Luckily, she turned out pretty well. But yeah, it was rough for a while. But, you know, people are like, oh no, I just want to gratify my flesh, so I don't want anything to do with God. Living, he even says, don't even give a hint of sexual immorality. Don't live together if you are not married, even if you're abstaining. Say you're living together, you're abstaining, you're still giving that hint of immorality. And the temptation can get unbearable. You're setting yourself in a bad situation. He's saying don't do that. He wants us to be loved properly by a spouse. He wants us to be in a healthy relationship. He wants us to have children with that spouse and be a family unit. He wants the parents working together to raise that child in a healthy and loving atmosphere. What is wrong with that? Why is that something that is so difficult and so hard for people to want? And this stuff, these kinds of things, are the reason this world is going down. That is the reason we're going into the end of this world. Because you gotta have what you want and the way you want it. Well, here you go. It's gonna be over soon, but hope you enjoyed it. And I'm not saying this in a judgmental way. Like I said, I was totally wrapped up in that. Got STDs. How many freaking STDs? How many people have died of AIDS? My aunt was one of them. Again, reasons why God says what he says. Says don't get drunk. Why? I don't know. Think about all the people, alcoholics in the world that have destroyed families, who have destroyed themselves. It's going to take revival, and that's why revival, I don't even know if that's the word. It's going to take people turning to God and changing their ways, letting him work on changing their lives, showing you who you were meant to be. My gosh, who I am now is so much better than who I was before, when I was molding myself or letting the enemy mold me. Now, I am a bold woman. I love who I am. I love that I face fear head on. I love the strength that I have obtained, and I love the confidence that I have in my life now. And it's all because of him. Because I finally surrendered and let him into my heart and into my life. And he has taken the reins, and he has helped me to change. The purpose that he's brought into my life has been amazing. So, fight. I don't think the physical fight's going to do anything, guys. I think it needs to be the spiritual fight. And if you're not willing to do that, then enjoy the rest of the days that we have free. Because they're coming to an end.